Joe Rogan Podcast. Check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
All right, Brucker. Good to see you, my friend.
Wow, that was fast. Good to see you too,
That's
brother.
How we do it. We just get right into it.
He's like,
You
sit
got
down
notes,
and roll.
dude. You're organized. You're a rare guest.
I actually, you know what? I normally don't bring notes, but I was talking to Callie Means on the way over here, and you know we're really supporting Bobby Kennedy's whole Maha, movement, and trying to officially put a committee together to really give him some great talking points, and then bring some of the big influencers together to help him message, around the media. And I was like, what are some of the wins that we've had in the last week that I don't know about? And so he just rattled them off, and I
There's some
just
wins.
jotted them down.
What are the wins?
Well, I mean, so Trump formed this Strong Kids Commission, and if you remember when he first got into office, he actually, by executive order, he authorized Bobby to do a study with the Health and Human Services to look into the genesis of chronic disease, because nobody's talking about it. The National Institute of Health or National Library of Medicine or in our public health policy, nobody's talking about what's causing this pandemic.
Gee, I wonder why they're not talking about it.
Well, I could give you a couple of. I could
Do
give
you
you a
think
couple
money
of
has
clues.
anything to do with it?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
These
you're
are
a
the best-
conspiracy theorist, dude. You're
I
down the
know.
rabbit hole.
That's my problem.
You think that just
my main
because
problem.
people get paid, they do things that are shady.
Yeah, I know. That's a weird thing to think. I should stop thinking that way.
Yeah, I mean, we make $110 billion a year on type 2 diabetes. They're trying to put that out of business for sure.
Yeah, they don't want
right?
that money.
No. They're like, hey, Stan, how do we get this off the balance sheet, bro? How do we get rid of this? Is stinking up.
So
the
there's
place.
a business that relies on people being so disgusting that they get type 2 diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
So bad with their diet, just eating pie and drinking soda till their body just starts to cave in.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
don't worry, we
but
got
that's worth how
insulin
much a
for you.
year?
$110 billion.
That's
Type
not
2
a
diabetes
lot. That's
alone.
not a lot of money. It's not like that would change anybody's opinions on things.
Well, I mean, a lot of people could live on that. There's a lot of people I know that could live on that. Bro.
Isn't that funny? A lot of people could live on what's killing other people.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Like a lot of people are buying yachts on what is killing people.
Yeah, so
Wild.
The interesting thing is look at our food stamp program, which is the SNAP program, which is one of the biggest subsidies that we have in the government, $120 billion a year. $10 billion of that is going to subsidize sodas. I mean,
Well,
$10
they
billion
need
of that.
soda. It's an important part of the food pyramid, I think.
It's right,
Isn't it in there?
It's right up there with Lucky Charms, right?
Yeah, Lucky Charms is right above ground beef.
Yep, and grass-fed steak, and then you get to the top, and you got soda. It's phenomenal. And then the American Heart Association just ironically comes out in favor of soda in the SNAP food program. And
We went over that and we found out that they're paid by Pepsi and by Coca-Cola.
Wow,
It's just so dark.
yeah.
It's so crazy.
It
the
is.
American Heart Association gets money from Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
See why you came here. We covered it all on my podcast, so
Yeah.
I won't go down that rabbit hole. But it truly is, man. People are amazing. Food is amazing. Went to this little restaurant called The Well, which I love, and they catered all my food. But there's like a serious wellness vibe here. Mm-hmm. But
A lot of healthy people.
Yeah, a lot of healthy people. So I check into the Airbnb, and I go into the closet. Like the owner's closet wasn't locked, and I went into the owner's closet. Of course, it's like all Cheerios and cookies and crackers, and I pulled a couple of bottles of these seed oils out. And I did a little post about it because I was like, look at all the heart healthy labels on this.
Right.
And we talked about seed oils last time, but it's, and I get attacked a lot for saying that these polyunsaturated fatty acids are bad for you. But a lot of times it's actually not the plant itself. It's the distance from the plant to the table. Right.
Right.
You
Can you explain, because you were explaining the other day to us the process that it takes to turn rapeseed oil, which
First
is
of all,
what
it's called
canola
canola
is.
oil, Joe.
And they said that
Nobody said-
rapeseed was problematic, so they changed it to canola oil. I always thought it was corn oil. Yeah, corn's good for you. Corn oil must be great for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're using canola oil. Cool.
Peanuts.
Please explain though the process, because it's so vile.
It's insane. So rapeseed, canola, is a plant. Essentially you put it in a commercial press, and it will come out gummy. And so to degum it, you use something called hexane. And hexane, if you go to National Institute of Health or National Library of Medicine, you'll see that is a known neurotoxin, classified as a neurotoxin. Same as fluoride, right, which is actually fluorosilicic acid. We get to that later. But so we degum it with hexane.